I think you have more extremists in UK than you have in the Middle East.
Really?
At this stage, absolutely.
Here's a video of Amjad Taha, a pro-peace activist, a true Muslim living in the UAE, a Zionist, explaining the true threats that Britain faces with the Islamists that are rising in the country. Let's see what he has to say.
And you've been talking about Britain's extremism problem. You're somebody who speaks out against anti-Semitism. You speak out in favour of moderate Islam as opposed to extremist Islam. What's your analysis of the state of affairs in Britain? Because we've got the Labour government right now considering defining Islamophobia in a way that some say might open the back door to blasphemy laws.
I think you have more, well, thank you for having me, and I think you have more extremists in UK than you have in the Middle East.
Really?
At this stage, absolutely. The things that some of the Islamists say in various mosques, and we have been seeing that online, the terminology they use, the analysis they make, the statements they actually make, they would not be able to say it all the way in Afghanistan, for example, or in Iraq.
So how has this been allowed to flourish in the UK? What's your analysis of that?
In the name of democracy. So the Muslim Brotherhood, who are the Islamists, who are the main ones, are ruling and controlling in various press when it comes to the Muslim society and community in the UK. They control the whole narrative, and the Muslim Brotherhood and the Islamists are the radical Islamists. They are the Islamists, and they use the freedom of speech in a manner where they will be anti-Semite in the name of freedom of speech. I absolutely stand against that, because I think anti-Semitism is not an opinion, it's a crime, and a crime against humanity. And once you allow that, on the 7th of October, for example, when it happened, the genocide against the Israelis, what I saw and what we witnessed is the fact that some Islamists all the way from here in Small Heath, in Al Amrak, in Birmingham, and other areas, we saw their voices. It was pro-Hamas. Yes. And Hamas, as a force which carried that genocide in Gaza and also in Israel, it's actually the armed forces of the Muslim Brotherhood. Muslim Brotherhood in my country, for example, UAE, where Muslim, where Arab, is banned, but however is not banned in the United Kingdom.
So it should be banned?
Absolutely, because they use the freedom of speech to censor your right to speak against them. And when they say, they use the terminology Islamophobia, it's just to stop you from criticizing the Islamists and the Muslim Brotherhoods or all form of radicalism. The fact that Islamic Relief, for instance, is registered as a charity here, but all the way in Saudi Arabia, in UAE and other countries is banned because of the investigation that showed that this charity is sending money all the way to some terrorist groups in the Middle East. Yes. It tells you a lot.
I think it's absolutely absurd that Britain allows people to openly support Hamas and their actions for October 7th after everything we've seen. Obviously today there was horrific news. We hope that we're wrong, that the Bibas family, besides the father who was released last week, unfortunately was killed by Hamas. Hamas will pay for what it did to these civilians, especially to the 9-month-old baby Kfir Bibas, who was abducted on October 7th. And we had people openly praising Hamas for these actions in Britain. So we hope that Britain learns from the immigration problem and learns from Donald Trump, who is currently doing his best to take out these pro-Islamists and pro-jihadists from America, and hopefully do the same for Britain. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to watch more videos like these, please go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored to support our work, and we'll see you in the next one.